Hi guys, I am Megan from teachermeganspoors.com, and in today's video I wanted to go into details on what that VIPKID recorded demo is going to look like. I will let you know what is going to be on each slide and how you can go about teaching that slide, and some tips and tricks to get you to pass that recorded demo and move on to your mock class. As of today, you only have two options to complete your demo lesson with VIPKID. The first option is via a smart demo where you download the VIPKID Teach app on your phone and everything is done from your phone. If that is an option that you're interested in exploring, check out my other video on how to pass your smart demo lesson with VIPKID. If you're not sure which one is the best fit for you, I also have a video for that, comparing the smart demo versus the recorded demo so you can make a decision and choose whichever option works best for you. That second option is the recorded demo. And if you would prefer to do the recorded demo, then congratulations, you were in the right spot. The very first slide is going to say all about us, and it is going to give you some facts on the CEO, Cindy Me, and just a few other things about VIPKID. On this slide, you are not going to teach that slide, but what I would like for you to do on this slide is check your settings. Check your camera settings, check your microphone, and check your speaker settings and ensure they're in proper working order. You're going to flip to slide number 2, and this is the title slide. And on the title slide, you want to introduce yourself to a pretend student. You will not actually have a student within the classroom, which can kind of be a little different, but just go with it and pretend you have a student that you're teaching, and you want to introduce yourself. Do a quick introduction. Hello, I'm Teacher Megan. What's your name? Rachel? Hi, Rachel. My name is Rachel. Good job, Rachel. So in that example, I introduced myself. I asked the student what her name was, pretended that she said Rachel, and then I extended and had her use a complete sentence from the very beginning. You want to get that output from the student and try to get them using complete sentences from the very beginning. As of today, that lesson for your recorded demo is titled Me, Myself, and I, and you can introduce the title to the student at that point. Then on the third slide, it is titled Have Fun Together. This is your reward slide. This is where you're going to reward the student for a job well done throughout the class. In a 25-minute class, you're going to give the student 5 rewards, but in this lesson, which is only about 5 minutes, you want to strive to give that pretend student at least 3 rewards. And you can use the slide, which is Meg and Mike playing soccer, and this is a great prop to have, a 3D prop. If you want to ensure that you're also giving the student a supplementary reward, which is an additional reward outside of what is on the slide. Good job, Rachel. You get to feed the rabbit a carrot. Num, 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 num. 1 carrot. Good job, Rachel. And I have an easy cutout rabbit. If you pop in your email below, I have a Get Hired packet that has this in it for you. You can laminate it or just print it out and cut it out. And it comes with a lot of carrots. You can feed the rabbit a carrot. Ensure that your reward system is visible at all times in the classroom. VIPKID likes to see that on display, and it also helps motivate the student as they can track their progress on how many rewards they're getting and how many carrots they're able to feed the rabbit. So the fourth slide is a vocabulary slide, and for the recorded demo as of today, the vocabulary word is sad. So you want to ensure that you're using instructional TPR and educational TPR throughout your lesson. And on this slide, it is a great opportunity to use some educational TPR. Sad. Sad. So you want to circle the vocabulary word in isolation. Get the student to repeat that vocabulary word at least twice. Correct any pronunciation mistakes. A great tip for any demo or any mock lesson is to correct a pretend mistake. So maybe you want to pretend that the student said. You see that often. Instead of you see said. And that's an easy correction. You can say sad. Do a positive correction here. Sad. Good job, Rachel. You can feed the rabbit. Nom, 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 nom. So once you isolate that vocabulary word and you have the student repeat it twice, correct any pretend mistakes, the bottom of the slide, it says, he is sad. It's a picture of a baby crying. You're getting that student to use a complete sentence. Student output, he is sad. And then you want to get the student, pretend that the student has responded, gives a few seconds for that student to respond. And then you can also use a 2D prop. He is sad. Very good. Good job, Rachel. This is also an excellent opportunity to extend and go above and beyond the lesson. VIPKID likes for you to extend when possible. And you can also say, she is sad. So you're teaching he and she. Slide number 5 is also vocabulary in a full sentence, and they want you to choose which picture matches the sentence. So you want to underline the sentence, he is sad. Get the student to repeat that. And on the slide is going to look something like this. You're going to have a picture of a girl who is happy, and then over here is a boy who is sad. And in the classroom, I like to put a 1 or 2 above these pictures so that the student knows that they have an option, and I want them to choose an option without having to say it in a complete sentence because they might not understand that, right? You want to remove that incidental language. So I can say, Rachel, circle, he is sad. 1 or 2. And that can help the student understand, oh, I need to circle number 2. And then you can get them circle, circle. And if they are still getting used to using an iPad or the mouse, then you can do some instructional TPR, circle. And you can also grab a piece of paper or a whiteboard and circle, and then they usually will pick up on what you want them to do, or you can just do it for them on the screen and then erase it and then have them follow up and copy what you just did. So that's a learning process for them, learning how to use the mouse. Just a quick tip that students cannot see your cursor in the classroom. So when you underline, it will not come up on the screen until you release the mouse. Just a little quick tip for you. So then you're going to move on in that next slide. You're still teaching vocabulary. And on this slide is going to show a picture of a girl who lost her ice cream and she is sad. And you want the student to fill in the blank. You want them to choose between happy and sad. So you can say, Rachel, how is she? You can also, again, number, so they know that they have a choice to make. And on this one, they drag. So you want to say, Rachel, drag, drag. You also do it with your finger because they might be on an iPad. Drag. And this is an interactive lesson. And if your situation, it's not interactive for some reason, it's a static slide, you can have them circle it. So Rachel, how is she? She is happy or sad. And they drag it, and sometimes in the interactive lesson, it's like a woohoo little noise that it makes, and you can celebrate together. Awesome job, Miss Rachel. You get to feed the rabbit. Nom, 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 nom. And on the 7th slide, we are going to be teaching blending, which is an incredibly important part of VIPKID and teaching ESL and just reading in general is what I use it with my children, teaching them to learn how to read. It's basically segmenting words and sounding them out. And it is very useful for when kids learn how to read later when they come across words that they don't know, they know how to sound it out and segment that word instead of being told what the word is. So for the recorded demo as of today, you are going to be blending ig words. How we teach phonics with VIPKID is that you want to keep, it's very short and cut off at the end. So it, itch, g, 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 ig, ig. Good. Use caution here not to say duh, ig, dig, because that can sometimes lead to a whole other list of problems later on down the line. So they might assume that they have to say duh, ig, duh, ig, duh, ig, dig, dig, and that can lead to a lot of issues. It's often to see students putting the on the ends of their words, digga, wigga, migga, and you want to cut it off. And sometimes if we're teaching our phonics with duh, igga, we're unintentionally leading the student down that path, which can cause some issues later on. So we want to make sure that we're using our phonics here, and the way we want to teach those phonics is d, d, woo, 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 ig, mig, woo, ig, wig, d, ig, dig. So you see, you want to cut it off and be precise with that ending. So keep in mind those synthetic phonics and how VIPKID likes those to be taught. There are also many resources within the VIPKID portal once you get hired, and workshops that you can take as well. And then on slide 8, this is going to be your goodbye slide. You're going to make sure that the student has received at least 3 rewards, you made a positive correction, and you're encouraging and upbeat. And on this slide, you're just going to say goodbye. Thank you, Rachel. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. And then that's it. You're done. So you want to make sure all of this collectively is within your 5-minute time frame. And there is a countdown clock within the classroom, so not need to worry about that. And once you are satisfied with that recording, if you mess up and you need to do it more than once, that's okay. You can do it more than once. Once you're satisfied with your recording, you're going to submit it, and then you're going to move on to your mock class. Next week, I'm going to be uploading a video celebrating my 3 years with VIPKID and some lessons learned and the good, the bad, and the ugly that I have seen from working with VIPKID. So stay tuned for that when I upload that next week. And thank you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.